All right, let's talk about one of the most common houseplants on the planet. You know the one, the weeping fig, Ficus benjamina. We call it beautiful, we call it elegant, and let's be real, we call it a total drama queen. It's famous for having a complete and total meltdown over seemingly nothing. But what if all that drama isn't drama at all? What if it's actually genius at work? Oh, you've been there. I know you have. You buy a gorgeous ficus. You find the perfect spot. But then you think, maybe it'll look better over there. You shift it just a few feet and bam, the next day it's raining leaves. It feels like a personal insult, right? Like the plant is just throwing a fit. But it's not. It's doing something much, much smarter. And here's the big secret. This isn't weakness. It's a calculated, high-stakes survival strategy that's been perfected over millions of years. That plant isn't dying on you to be dramatic. It's making a brutal but necessary economic decision to stay alive. It's hitting the reset button. And we're about to find out exactly how. To get this, you have to start thinking like a plant. And for a ficus, business is tough. Every single leaf on that tree is an employee, and it has to earn its keep. It has to produce more energy than it costs. So when things change, the plant turns into a ruthless CEO and does a full-on audit of its entire workforce. See, a ficus doesn't make just one kind of leaf. It's a high-tech manufacturer with 2 different models. Out in the blazing sun of a nursery, it builds sun leaves. They're like little armored solar panels, thick and tough to handle the intense light. But for the much dimmer conditions of your home, it needs shade leaves, big, thin, dark green sails designed to catch every last bit of available light. These are not the same thing. They're fundamentally different tools for different jobs. And the change in jobs is extreme. I mean, just look at this number. When you bring that plant home, the amount of light it gets can drop by a factor of 100. That is not a small change. It's like being teleported from a bright sunny beach directly into a basement. All of a sudden, those tough, expensive sun leaves it spent so much energy building are completely obsolete. They're useless. And this all boils down to one crucial idea, the light compensation point, or LCP. Just think of it as the break-even point. If a leaf gets enough light to be above its LCP, it's making a profit for the plant. It's an asset. But if the light drops below that point, the leaf starts costing more energy than it makes. It's officially in the red. It's a liability. And all those sun leaves in your living room, they are suddenly way, way below their break-even point. So the plant makes the cold, hard decision. It's time for layoffs. And the process is incredibly slick. A healthy, productive leaf makes a hormone called auxin, which is basically a signal that says, keep me, I'm valuable. But when the light plummets, photosynthesis stops, and the auxin signal dries up. That lack of auxin is a trigger for another hormone, ethylene, to come in. Ethylene is the plant's HR department, and it activates enzymes that just dissolve the connection. The leaf just lets go, cleanly, with no damage to the branch. It's a controlled demolition. Okay, so the plant is a genius. It's liquidating its old assets to reinvest in new ones. It has a plan. So what should our plan be? How do we help it through this scary-looking transition instead of, panicking and making everything worse? The biggest thing you can do is just understand the timeline and be patient. For the first month or so, you're going to get the drop. It's going to look bad, but it's totally normal. Then comes the quiet part, reprogramming. For a couple of weeks, the plant might look like a bunch of dead sticks. It's not. It's busy behind the scenes, using its energy reserves to get new buds ready. And then the payoff, the flush, a glorious wave of brand new, perfectly adapted shade leaves. So what's your job during all this? Honestly, it's to do less, way less. Pick a good spot with bright, indirect light, put the plant there, and then leave it alone. Don't keep moving it around just to see. Don't give it fertilizer. It's like trying to feed someone in a coma. And please, please don't overwater it. With no leaves, it's barely drinking at all. Your only real job is to be patient and trust that the plant knows what it's doing. Once you understand what's really going on, you can't look at this plant the same way. It's not fussy. It's not fragile. It's an incredibly resilient survivor that has mastered the art of adaptation. And its shed and regrow strategy is actually pretty unique when you compare it to its famous cousins. Let's look at the family. You've got the fiddly fig, Ficus lyrata. Its leaves are huge and take tons of energy to make, so it can't just drop them. It tries to protect them, leading to that slow, ugly browning when it's stressed. Then you have the rubber plant, Ficus elastica. That one's a tank. It just tries to endure and tolerate bad conditions. But our weeping fig? With its thousands of tiny, low-cost leaves, it can afford to just scrap the whole system and reboot. It's a faster, more agile way to deal with a big change. But it gets even better. This incredible sensitivity, this high-energy metabolism that makes it react so fast, well, it comes with a pretty amazing side effect. A hidden superpower, you might say. That's right. This supposed drama queen is an air-purifying champion. In the legendary NASA Clean Air study, Ficus Benjamina was one of the top performers. The very same biology that makes it drop its leaves, that constant exchange of gases, also makes it a powerhouse at literally scrubbing nasty chemicals out of the air. We're talking about formaldehyde from your furniture, xylene from paint. It just inhales that stuff. So a little leaf cleanup is a pretty small price to pay for your own personal, all-natural air filter. And that really brings us to the core truth of it all. This quote says it perfectly. The leaf drop isn't an act of desperation. It's an act of preparation. It is the plant shedding the past because it's investing everything it has in a better future. It's not giving up, it's gearing up. It's a stunning piece of nature's engineering happening in a pot in your corner. So it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? The next time you see something in nature that seems weird or weak or overly dramatic, maybe stop and ask what's really going on. What we see as a flaw could just be a brilliant strategy that we haven't taken the time to understand yet.